This experiential offers a very basic tool to support your body and nervous system in feeling more safety, in releasing overwhelm, depression, trauma, or dissociation, or when you feel stuck and anxious. It can also help to build your capacity and your resilience for whatever it is you're doing in life. Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Embody podcast, a show about remembering and embodying your true nature, inner wisdom, embodied healing, and self-love. My name is Candice Wu, and I'm a holistic healing facilitator, intuitive coach, and artist, sharing my personal journey of vulnerability, offering meditations and guided healing support, and having co-creative conversations with healers and wellness practitioners from all over the world. For a long time, I did not even know that I was overriding and pushing my body beyond the limits of it, beyond the signs of my body saying, "You're overwhelmed, we're overwhelmed, we are stressed." And we just call stress, stress. And without naming it more specifically what's going on, we can just dismiss it in a way, or we can apply some very generalized way of trying to relieve the stress. Through somatic experiencing from Peter Levine, I learned that if we are addressing the very specific ways that our body is stressed, especially when it's saying, "I don't feel safe," then we can really heal at the root of that and begin to develop a new baseline in ourselves that feels calmer, more alert, and more available for the daily stuff of our lives and the things we want to do. Sometimes I had no idea I was pushing and overriding the signals of my body until I would do things like this exercise or do a little bit of yoga or something else that brought me down to a new level of relaxation. Until I realized that new level, I had no idea I was even feeling that stress, that overwhelm. If you want to learn more about what happens to the nervous system and how it affects our bodies when we're feeling overwhelmed, paralyzed, shut down, dissociated, or depressed, and what happens in the healing process, in the process of shifting that, check out the introductory episode to this experiential, where I talk about the many signs of nervous system overwhelm, 12 things that you can do to support and heal overwhelm, trauma, and depression, and a bit of polyvagal theory and somatic experiencing to help us understand and be more compassionate to how our body is responding and being in the world. You can find that episode at candicewu.com/overwhelm. So now let's jump into this experiential, which is one of 3 experientials. The other 2 involve tuning into resource and strength. And in the main episode, the introductory episode, I also list several other healing experientials that I've offered in the past that you can tune into, plug into. And you can also search all of those on my website at candicewu.com/meditations. This particular experiential is something that truly helped me, even though it felt so basic. Over time, I began to sink deeper and deeper into it, and my body felt new levels of feeling safe, and I was able to feel more in connection with the very essentials of life and the core of what I'm doing here in the world and how I'm being in the world. And it gave me a lot of pleasure to just do the very basic things. So this experiential is about tuning into very basics of how you know you're alive and how important that is to our bodies to register that we are alive, we are breathing, and we have a plethora of things in our lives that support that. And for you, it may be different from me or from the next person, but I'd like you to notice those things in this experience. So if there are things that I say in terms of what we're tuning into that don't make sense for you, please feel free to change it and just leave behind respectfully what doesn't fit for you. So let's begin. Feel free to find a comfortable way to be, whether that's sitting, standing, or lying down. Even if you're in transit, this is something you can do. And I would not particularly recommend it if you're driving. But if you're on a public transit that is taking you without your effort, that's okay. So as you arrive here with me today, begin to notice your breathing and let it be just the way it is, as if your body is breathing you. Begin to notice where your mind is and allow yourself to disconnect from the things that your mind may be thinking or from where you've been placing your attention, releasing your connection and your attention on all those things of the past. And anywhere that your mind is placed in the future or to-do lists or worries. For now, just letting go of your attention on these things. And you can begin wherever you are, however you are. You don't have to clear your mind, but just releasing the grip on thinking about these things as much as you can and feeling your breathing right here and now. And as you're feeling your breath, you might say to yourself or notice that I have breath. I can breathe. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to notice your breath or to notice your body. Just take note if that's happening for you. And when you're ready, shift to the awareness that I am alive. I am here and I am alive. And you might notice in what ways can you tell you're alive? What evidence do you have that your body is alive? And that may be your breath. It may be that you can feel your heart or your blood moving. Maybe that you can feel the weight of your body, or that you can hear things around you or inside. It may be that you can see things around you, see your body, or that you can smell or touch. And feel free to do any of those things that support you in deepening in that awareness that I am alive. Notice what it's like to be in your body as you acknowledge that you're alive. Slow things down a little and track what's going on the inside. And notice the parts of you that feel more connected with safety, calm, or peace. And be aware that as you connect in this way, other feelings that are uncomfortable or challenging might also come up. As you're feeling more safe, the nervous system recognizes that it's safe to feel, safer to feel. and may show you some of the feelings that have been waiting for you to notice inside. And feel free to take a break anytime. Notice if it is true right now for you, I am safe. Perhaps that means that nobody's hurting you right now or that you're not in danger. Sometimes we may not feel safe on the inside, but to acknowledge the very physical and concrete things that let us know we're safe can support our nervous system in feeling safer. So if that rings true for you, notice the words and the feeling that come with I am safe. Now notice if any of these are true for you. I have food. Notice what that feels like to acknowledge in yourself, that very basic need. I have shelter. That is, if you do have it. Perhaps you might notice I have freedom, or I have loved ones, or I have myself. Only focus on the ones that you truly do have, that you can acknowledge and feel some gratitude for, perhaps. Honoring that you have some of these basic needs that support you in being alive. And take a moment to acknowledge any other things that you feel are included in that very basic need of being alive and being safe that support you now in acknowledging. And if any one of these that we've named or you've named really touch you right now or support you in that connection with safety, feel free to focus on that now. Let your body deepen into syncing up with that knowing, with that awareness. Notice the sensations inside, your emotions, how your breath might change over time, any movements in your body that are happening, and also any images that come up in your mind. Take as long as you need here, and feel free to come back into your space, into the world around you whenever you feel ready, giving your body any sort of movement or touch that it would like. And if your eyes were closed at all, take your time to open them when it feels right, feeling your presence here, noticing your surroundings, and feeling any shift in yourself, whether that's an opening towards calm and relaxation and safety, in terms of a peaceful feeling, or in terms of an uncomfortable feeling that's coming up because your body and nervous system may feel a little safer. And here I'll leave you with a little music as you transition to support your body in feeling here and feeling safe as much as possible in this moment. Thanks for joining me on the Embody podcast. And be sure to tune into the other 2 experientials at candicewu.com/overwhelm.